Drew Kristan. So I apologize. I been missing. I've read a few books, but I wasn't able to make any book review due to procrastination. Please keep me impressed. But today, whenever y'all watching this tonight, tomorrow morning, whatever. Today, I am making a book review on a book I've been reading for the last month. Oh, so it's so funny. This book was lingering in my house for years, and I don't know, like, because I'm getting into books, I just pick it up and I just started to read it, and it was like, this is actually, excuse me, this is actually good, you know? So today my book review will be John C. Maxwell, The Difference Maker. So the book is kind of short. It depends what type of reader you are. For me, I like to sit down and learn, you know, just don't read, just you know, quick read, but I want to apply the knowledge, and I write down notes, and then I read it over, and then I like talk with it to friends or whatever. So the book is called The Difference Maker by John C. Maxwell, and I honestly loved the book. The book was like a challenge for me, and I say challenge because it had me challenging myself on my attitude. Now, I know in life we have that attitude is everything. From growing up in school, you know, attitude is everything. Attitude, a good attitude is key. It's successful, you know. Attitude is everything. But reading the book, attitude isn't everything, but it is a difference maker. And one of the example he gave was that me and you could be sorry if y'all hear noise, that's like the neighbors kids, like they probably playing shooting that. I don't know if y'all could hear that, but they song really loud. Yeah, but he made an example of, like, so if me and you was on a job interview, and my attitude is good, your attitude isn't as good, but you have the skills for the job, they would hire you, than hiring me, because I just have a good attitude. So they'll hire you probably because your skills, you know. So attitude isn't everything. However, if me and you applying for the same job and we have the same skill set, our attitude will make a difference. And if my attitude is good, I will get the job because I have the skill set and the perfect attitude for it. So I've learned that attitude basically is a inward feeling and then a outward expression. I hope so I said that right. And the example of that is, so how you feel it inside is how you would express it outside, and that's your attitude. And with that being said, we all have different attitude towards different people. And reading this book, like, he literally pointed me out on some stuff, because I have a poor attitude towards a few people in my circle, especially family members, for some reason. And I noticed, like, reading the book, I noticed it because how I feel towards them inside. Now, it might look like I sweating, but that's just like my melanin, because I had to oil myself, you know. But yeah, so the book was good. I will rate this, I don't know, I've been saying I'll rate all my books 5 out of 5, but this was really, really good. This was like this was good. It also talked about, like, it teach me more about handling change, handling discouragement, handling fear. And it was good. I love how he used other people examples too to motivate me. And when I read in books, I love when the books could, like, motivate me. Like, it just, like, it's like I don't know, it's like he planted a seed in me by reading this book in a good way. And I know something personal happened like a couple weeks ago, whereas someone said something to me, and I honestly got emotional, because I'm really emotional, so I got emotional about it. But then when I look at it, it was like that was their problem, not my problem, because of their attitude. That's how they saw it, you know, their perspective, their perspective of it, if I'm using the right word. But yeah, so I will say read it. It was really good. Um, a few things I had highlighted in it. One of the things I could say about it was the difference between a problem and a predicament. So a lot of times first of all, a problem is something you could solve. A predicament is something you have no control of. And reading that, I learned that a lot of times I try to solve predicaments, but I don't have no control over it. And then when you feel frustrated, it's like like it weigh you down because you have no control over it, you know? That's one thing I learned. It's a lot of good pointers. This really is a must read. Again, I love self development books because I'm on this journey in life to becoming the best version of myself, and also to help others who are around in my circle or who I come across. So self development books are really, 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 really my thing at the moment. But I would say it's a must read. It'll change your vision on how you see things. Like some things it don't worth your time. And it also talk about fear, which was really amazing. It asks what are you, like what you afraid of, because fear could actually hold you from doing a lot of things you actually would want to do. And one of my fears I write was heights and then rejection. I don't know, I have a fear of rejection. And then I have a fear of public speaking. And I love to talk, but I don't like public speaking. But anyways, reading the book, I kind of sort of faced one of my fears this weekend. I went, if you don't know, I'm from the Bahamas. And I went to one of the family islands, Daniel Key, Exuma. And it's a tourist destination site, what's called Thunderball Grotto. I think that's what it's named. If you don't know, you could Google it to see what it is. And it's like a cave. You go inside. It's like you have to swim underneath the cave. And then when you get in the cave, it's like this big... It's like an open view, but underneath the water is like a aquarium. So they feed the fishes, and you could be able to see all the creatures under there. But when you look up, it's like a hole. So you'll have to come out and walk up the mountain thing, and then, the hole, whatever. And it said no jumping, but I really wanted to face my fears. So last week, Saturday, yes, I jumped in. And it's like a part of me... Okay, the reason I'm talking about this is because a part of the book talk about how fear is hold us back from a lot of things. Like, we wouldn't reach our full potential because of fear, because of things we fear. And just looking down, I kid you not, this was like 60 feet and I was hitting water. But damn, the experience, the rush, that was really crazy. But looking down, it's like I saw my life flash before my eyes, and it was me and my friend, and I was like, we doing this? We couldn't do it together, so we had to do it in one. And I was telling her go first, because if anything happened, it happened first to her. Lord forgive me for my sins. But after the two of us was scared, it's like a part of me was like, Drew, just do it, just do it. Like, just face it. Like, what else could happen? And before you know it, like, I just jumped in and I started to scream. And the drop was so long, it's like I just stopped screaming and just hit the water. But that really amazed me, because it's like I faced my fear. And if I'd have let that hold me back, I would have never known the feeling of jumping in, The rejection one, I don't know how I could work with that. But, yeah. So, again, The Difference Maker was a really, 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 really good book. He gave a lot of stories, especially people experience, would really help me. Remember, it's never too late to change. Change must happen within you before it can happen around you. Without change, there can be no improvement, and change will happen whether you like it or not. Make a commitment to pay the price for change. So that chapter just was talking about change. A lot of times we want to do that big thing, but it's like we scared of change. We scared of the unknown. But change is going to happen whether we like it or not. And I think this stood out to me because I'm battling with something now. Like, I ready to take a jump into something else. So I'll be leaving back what I once know and going into something what I don't know. And yes, I am scared, but then I feel like if I don't do it, I'll never reach that point, you know? And everything was once new to us, you know? But sometimes we just get familiar with what we know. But yeah, I really, 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 really love the book. It said the most important single ingredient in the formula for success is knowing how to get along with people. One of the things I learned is that life often gives you whatever you expect from it, and that is true. Experience is often a hard teacher because the test is given first before the lesson. I lied, read that wrong. Experience is often a hard teacher because the test is given first and the lesson comes after. So the book was really good. What your attitude could do for you, what your attitude can do for you. Like it was a really, really, really good read. And it was an ending where I think he was talking about, I think he had a friend, and the friend was talking about she was in school in college, and the college professor stopped, and the college professor was like, you have a lot of potentials in you have to like go out on your dreams. And she talked to her husband about it, and her husband like, you have to go out on your dreams too. And she just listened to the professor, and she went to school. She went to university. She wanted to become a lawyer. She did it, passed it, good grades. She did it with a job. And then when she wanted to work at a firm, she couldn't work at the firm because I think back then it's like they never respected female lawyers. Yeah, back then. And it was like 20 years later, a thought came in her mind that the only way I could do this is if I open my own firm. And 20 years later, like, she have one of the biggest firms in the world. I think it's her and someone else, but it just motivate me that sometimes we allow what people tell us to put us in our shell. You know, it's like, okay, we only hire males. Like, people ain't gonna recognize you. But the thought that came to her mind was, okay, if y'all don't recognize me, I will create my own road for this. And 20 years later, she's still doing what she's doing. And I said it to say, we can't give up on our dreams. We can't give up on ourselves. If you don't see an opportunity, you create it. And a lot of times we have excuses like the time ain't ready, or we don't have any money, or, you know, it's just do it. Literally just jump. And one thing I told someone this week was, it's better to have an opportunity and be prepared for it than to don't have an opportunity and you're not prepared for it. So yeah, The Difference Maker, John C. Maxwell, the book was really good. I'm going to read one of his book. I think it's called The Road for Success. Yes, I'm going into that. Not next, but that'll be my next book from him. But guys, continue to push, continue to motivate yourself, continue to educate yourself. Don't forget, change start from within. And then, like, with The Difference Maker too, you will make a difference in other people's life once you start to change your life, if that makes sense. And an example on that, because I've been reading this book, I'm a nail technician at the moment. Because I've been reading this book, I was able to help my clients overcome some things, you know, because the information the book give me, and I was able to take it in. Having conversation with other people, it's like, oh no, like, I was reading this book, and this book said you can't give up, like, you know, you have to have a perfect attitude. Even in, like, we in the times with the pandemic, like, we can't control the pandemic, but if you have a good attitude towards it, you will ride smooth through it, you know. But because some people can't control it and they want to control it, or they want something different in it, it's like it caused a lot of frustration, and then the attitude became poor. Oh, one thing I like about the book too is, like, he informs us where we get our attitude from. So we get our attitude from our genetics. Well, not genetics, I lied. From, like, our personality, like us being us. God creation. So we got our attitude from our personality. We got our attitude from our environment. We got our attitude from our family. We got our attitude from how we see ourselves. So your attitude literally comes from what's around you, and what's inside of you. So once you change that, you could be a difference maker in your life and then in so much other people's life. So again, this book is a must read. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel for more book reviews and more life-changing videos, and then more stuff what I'm into. And you could like this video, you could comment, you could share, you could message me, we could talk about books. I mean, and yeah, we could talk about books. But yeah, you can give me a thumbs up. Yeah, follow me on Instagram, Drew Kriston. I think that's about it. But again, this book was really, 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 really good. I highly recommend this book. Bye!